Hello guys and welcome back to a new art video. Now today's art video was a little bit rushed because I had actually made another video with the free color challenge that should have been up on the channel yesterday. But when I was looking for the video Friday morning on my computer, it was gone. I could not find it. I somehow deleted it without knowing it. So I had to make a new video in less than a day. And oh dear lord, those 24 hours were very intense. But I managed to create this little A5 sized painting, and I got to try out my new gouache colors for the first time, which you saw in the beginning of the video. The painting was not a huge success. I would have preferred more time to plan out all the colors, especially since I'm not the very best at doing these backgrounds. And first I used watercolors for the base colors and to just quickly get down some colors on the paper to just, try to see what colors I was going to use. As I said, I did not have the time to plan out all the colors, and just overall it was really, I had to make it very quickly. So I used my watercolors to get down the first layer of colors to just try and see how I was going to make this. And then later I would use the gouache colors to make all the small details, such as the flowers, the girl's face, her fingers, some of the butterflies, small details like their hands and their feet and their eyes, and also just all the plants and flowers in the painting. And I really like how I could use all the light gouache colors to paint the flowers and all those little details on top of watercolors, because gouache is what it's called. I think it's called opaque. I think that's the correct word. You can use it on top of darker watercolors, and you can paint light on top of the dark, and you can't do that with watercolors. With watercolors you have to be careful not to paint over the light areas if you want it to be light. But with the gouache I could just paint the light details in the end and just paint on top of the watercolors, which I really liked doing that. It was much easier, so I could just make the basic shapes and background with watercolors very quickly, and then use the gouache to all the small details in the front. And let's talk a little bit about the motive of the painting. I wanted to make a drawing of myself as a Pokemon trainer or some kind of character from the series, since I have loved Pokemon ever since I saw it the first time as a kid. And one of the moments I remember the best is from the show where Ash, the main character, says goodbye to his Butterfree. And because Butterfree is also one of my favorite Pokemons from the first generation, I wanted to draw Ash's Butterfree with its mate from the series, which is the pink Butterfree, and Ash's is the one to the right with the yellow scarf around its neck. And the third Butterfree would then be my Pokemon. There was going to be a lot more Pokemons in the drawing from the first generation, like Eevee, Caterpie, Pidgey, Vulpix, Bulbasaur, and etc., which is some of my favorite Pokemons from the first generation. But because I only had less than a day to paint this. I only had maybe like 5 hours or so to paint this. So I just drew the butterflies to make it more simple for me to make. And now I'm taking my gouache colors from my little gouache palette. I only had about, I think, 1 yellow gouache, a red. I had a yellow, a red, 2 blues, a more warm toned, you know, with some kind of red undertone, and a more cool toned one. And I had 3 different browns, like I think it was burnt sienna, gold ochre, and burnt umber. And I also had some watercolors I threw over, or I placed in my gouache palette, because I don't like using my main palette, watercolor palette, on the right and mixing gouache paints in that. I want that just to use with watercolors. So I took some old watercolors and put in my gouache palette, so I would have more colors to mix with the gouache paint. It's a really hard word to say, gouache. And here I tried to make some plants with a dark watercolor, but it looked very bad, so I quickly used my gouache paint to paint over them. And now, with the help from the light gouache paint, I could paint the highlight on some of the trees, and also correcting some things like make the girl's hair a little bit smaller. So I could use a green to paint on top of it to remove some of the hair. And I mostly use a lot of small detailed brushes. The black ones are from, what is it called? I think it's from Pro Art. Yeah, I got the brush here, Pro Art miniature painting, and they are really good for small details, and I also think you can use them for oil paint and maybe also acrylic, but you can buy a set of 4 from eBay, and they are excellent to make small details. Like you can see all the black lines on the butterflies. I used those paint brushes to make all those details, and also the girl's face, many of the flowers, etc. And I also, some of you have commented that I hold very strange on my paint brushes, and that's just how I hold on pencil and brushes, and I would not recommend doing it. If you sit and paint all day, it does hurt a lot, but I can't hold normal on a pencil. I don't know why, I just can't. And this painting, it got through several changes, like the bushes and in the back, I painted them dark in the ends just to get a little bit of contrast to the lighter bushes in the foreground. And I added a lot of flowers with my gouache paint right now, which you'll see here in a moment. And I was actually just going to make, green bushes, the trees, the 2 big stones, the green grass, and that was about it. But I saw a Studio Ghibli movie while painting this little painting, and I got inspired to make all these pretty, beautiful, vibrant flowers, and I really think it brought it to a new level. It looked much better with all these flowers, and especially I love the white flowers around the trees to the right. They turned out really good. And also the flowers on the grass, which I'll make, I think, I'm making them right now. They look very good actually, and I'll definitely do something like this again. And I did make the girl's face after the video was done, because the next day I realized her face were very, very bad. And you'll see that in the pictures in a moment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, even though I had to make it very quickly because of my problem with the original video I could not find. But it turned out alright, at least I think so. And again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next Friday.